Start by removing the enclosure. To do this, you can unscrew the screws that are holding down the metal straps. If you experience trouble getting the metal straps off, you can use a screwdriver to help you with leverage. Once all the straps are off, you can now remove the enclosure. You want to find the secondary battery connection and plug in your charger. The connector will only go in one way. Once the battery is charged, you can disconnect the charger. You then want to locate the connector for the voltage converter and plug the secondary battery connection in. You then want to press the ENT button 4 times until the LCD says USB. You can then press the set button and that will turn on USB power. You're all set. Now you can put the enclosure back on. Put the metal straps down and you can screw them back until they are snug. Once done, you can power on the board and you're good to go. So to start the OOKBoard app, we tap on the OOKBoard app. OOKBoard app will load up and we can see our data being displayed here.
Okay, so if you press start trip, then a trip is started. You can see the time being measured as well as other values. If I ride the board, you'll see the data being updated. All right, and if you press end trip, then this data is packaged in the database. And if you press trip history, you can view this data. If we click on the most recent trip at the bottom, we can view our trip. So you can actually see the path that we traveled along, as well as the duration, distance, max speed, and average speed. Now, if you press the back button, you'll be returned to the trip history page. And if you press it again, you'll see the main page. Awesome.
The OOKBoard application has a battery life indicating feature. Knowing that the full life of the battery is represented by 12 amp hours, a calculation can be made taking the most recent battery life from the database and subtracting that from the whole to get a percentage. This battery life percentage is then shown to the user in the form of an image. Currently, we have approximately 100% battery life. However, the application and the longboard are designed to be run together, and if either of them is run independently of the other, they will go out of sync, making this calculation no longer accurate. To account for this, we've added a battery calibration feature. If the battery is fully charged and the user clicks on the top of the longboard, they will be prompted with a message. Clicking yes will ignore the most recent battery life value, replacing it with 12 amp hours for a full battery. The battery and application are now in sync. In order to test the battery image replacement feature, we added a testing feature which basically just takes the current battery life and replaces it with a fake value in order to show the user that the battery image replacement works. So this is pretty simple to implement. All you have to do is open up the application in Visual Studio, navigate to the main page .xaml.cs file. At the top of the page, there are bool variables right here. And all we have to do is change this false to true and then run the program to show that the battery image replacement works. When the user opens the application, they'll be presented with an image representing about 50% of the battery life. This proves that the image is updated depending on the current battery life value.
So I've got the remote control in my hand. It's secured by the wrist strap. Yeah, so
The
here
board
we
is
go.
powered on, remote's powered on, and
Braking. Okay, and accelerating. So it brakes pretty quick. You just gotta kind of do it slowly.
so to power off the OOKBoard, you simply press the power button and the LED will turn off and your OOKBoard is powered off.